Hi, I am so excited to be here. I am doing a project for Black History Month. I had to choose something or someone from DC. Before we get started, I would like to tell you a couple of things about me. My name is London Patterson. I am 8 years old. I am doing a Black History project for Miss Jackson's class. My school is Ludlow Taylor Elementary School. I would like to introduce to you an entrepreneur and a trailblazer for little girls like me. Can you tell me your name and where you are from?
My name is Eunique Jones Gibson.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 2 older sisters, Kia and Aja.
Where did you go to school? Was it here in DC?
I went to Glendale Elementary School, then I went to Kettering Middle School, then I went to Largo High School, then I went to Bowie State University. And I should say I was born in Washington, D.C. at Columbia Hospital for Women. In elementary school, some of my favorite subjects were reading. I loved art, and let's see, what else did I like in elementary school? Probably music.
My favorite subjects in elementary school are probably art, math, and reading.
Nice.
Did you like to take pictures in 3rd grade?
No, I actually didn't start taking pictures until I became an adult.
You are most famous of Because of Them We Can. Why is that?
Why did I start it? So I started Because of Them We Can because I wanted to help little kids like you and my children to understand and to learn about history makers. And I wanted to make it cool and fun, and I wanted people like yourself to see yourself as a future history maker.
I met you when I was 2, but I cried.
We were at a studio that was like a firehouse, and your brother was in a picture, and then you didn't want to be in the picture, but it was okay.
What struggles or obstacles did you have to overcome when you started Because of Them We Can?
I had to overcome struggles or obstacles I had to overcome when I started Because of Them We Can. Probably just believing that it was a good idea, and then working really hard to execute my idea quickly, because I got the idea like a couple of days before Black History Month. So that was a struggle, and then just believing that it was cool enough to keep it going.
Is Black history what inspired you to make Because of Them We Can?
I was inspired by Black history, and I was inspired by Carter G. Woodson, who is the father of Black history. I was inspired by him to continue Black History Month beyond the 28 days of February.
Since I met you, Because of Them We Can has grown from pictures to boxes. Can you tell me more?
So yes, Because of Them We Can has grown from pictures to videos to clothing to boxes. The boxes are a way to continue to teach young children like yourself about Black history. So you get costumes and clothing and toys and props so that you can reimagine yourself as those people. And you get activity sheets so that you can learn about them through reading, math, and other activities.
Please show her your respect and honor this entrepreneur and trailblazer, an agent of social change, Miss Eunique Jones Gibson.
I know that you gave the Bowie State commencement speech. Were you nervous or were you excited?
I was super nervous when I gave the commencement speech at Bowie State University. I was nervous because that's the school I went to. I was nervous because I know how important your commencement speaker is, and I was nervous because I know a lot of people wanted me to do well, including myself. I was also excited because it was a pretty big opportunity. I had fun.
If I had to choose a college, I would choose Spelman College. My sister went to Spelman College. How do you feel about the Crown Act?
That's a great question. I think the Crown Act is an important act to ensure that people are not discriminated against for their hair. And if they are discriminated against, the Crown Act will ensure that they're reprimanded for their decisions. And so I think the Crown Act is amazing. I know the people who are lobbying for the Crown Act to become law, and I've talked to people like Matthew Cherry, who created the short film Hair Love that won the Oscar, and he's also involved with amplifying the Crown Act. So I'm a big supporter of the Crown Act.
Hair Love is probably one of my favorite short films.
It is. We're gonna have to tell Mr. Cherry. So when we finish this, we're gonna tell him. Okay. I'll send a message.
And what would you feel like if someone told you you had two choices: to cut all of your hair or to wear it the way they wanted it to be?
I would probably cut it all off, because I would not want to live my life or look like someone else felt like I should look. I want to do what I want to do. So if I had to either wear it like they wanted me to wear it or cut it all off, I would cut it all off, because then I would still be in control of it.
I introduced you as a trailblazer. Do you think you are a trailblazer?
Do I think I'm a trailblazer? That's a tough question. I don't know. I think that I am someone who is doing work to help encourage other trailblazers and to help create other trailblazers. I think that people like yourself or history will have to determine if I was a trailblazer.
Why did you want to become a photographer?
I wanted to become a photographer because when I was your age, when I was a baby, my parents didn't have a camera. So I don't have that many pictures of me when I was a baby. So when I got old enough and I was able to buy like disposable cameras, I just took a lot of pictures. And then when I became an adult and I lived in New York, I started photographing people a lot. So I love memories. I think memories are important, and I wanted to create my own and be able to remember them.
One day, my brother was Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Why did you want him to be Benjamin O. Davis Jr.?
I chose your brother because he had these big, bright eyes, and he seemed like he was a very energetic kid, and he had what I thought was a resemblance, and I wanted to include him in the campaign.
I want to thank you for letting me interview you and taking time out of your schedule.